You won't believe what happened to IShowSpeed, thousands of feet in the air over Nairobi. 48 million subscribers right there in a helicopter, and then he broke down.
48 million! Let's go, Kenya!
Tears, shock, disbelief, because in just one day, Kenya did what no other African country ever did for him. Over 360,000 new subscribers in just 5 hours, and let that sink in. But that is not all. Wait until you hear this. His Kenyan live stream didn't just go viral, it exploded. 7.1 million views, the highest of his entire African tour, because South Africa is in the second place. And then Speed said the words that stunned everyone.
Everybody, Kenya, everybody in the chat, I love y'all so much. Y'all sold out. We gained 360,000 subs this stream and hit 48 million. I love every single one of y'all, and I wish y'all the best. And Kenya, I will never forget y'all. I love y'all.
Kenya has picked the #1 spot, but what happened right after he said that, what the crowd did, and why this moment might change Speed's career forever, you need to see and listen to this. Picture this, a sleek helicopter, blade spinning, lifting off from the heart of Nairobi. IShowSpeed is sitting by the window, camera in hand, and streaming live to millions of viewers across the globe. Below him, the sprawling cityscape of Nairobi stretching out in every direction. The KICC building standing tall and proud, and the bustling streets filled with life. The distant mountains creating breathtaking backdrop. Speed's charts explodes, and Speed brings his phone closer to his face. 48 million. I just hit 48 million subscribers. And the helicopter crew looks over, confused but excited. His mind is racing. His heart is pounding. He looks out the window at Nairobi below, then back at his phone, then back at the camera, and you can see the gears turning in his head.
I can't believe we did it, bro. I can't believe we did it, bro.
This is not just another milestone. This is something profound. Kenya, he says softly, almost to himself, Kenya did this. The chat is going absolutely insane at this point because Kenyan flags are everywhere, messages of congratulations in every language imaginable, and the love, the support, the pride, it's all overwhelming. I have never gained this amount of subscribers in an African country. Never. Kenya has picked the #1 spot. His voice cracks slightly on those last words, and you can see the emotion building behind his eyes. This is real. This is raw. This is IShowSpeed at his most vulnerable. But hold on, because the numbers behind this moment are even more shocking than you think. Let's break down exactly what happened here, because these numbers are absolutely mind-blowing. 360,000 subscribers in one single day of streaming in Kenya. To put that in perspective, that is more than many full-time YouTubers gain in an entire year, and that is more than some countries' population. That's the rate of 15,000 subscribers per hour, 250 subscribers per minute, and 4 subscribers every single second. The growth was explosive, so unprecedented that YouTube's own analytics system was struggling to keep up in real time. But it gets even crazier. IShowSpeed's live stream from Kenya hit 7.1 million views, and that is not the total views over days or weeks. That's the concurrent viewership during the actual stream.
What did I tell y'all about Kenya? I told y'all that place is different. IShowSpeed just finished streaming 3 hours ago in Kenya, and his stream is breaking all kinds of records. #1, it's broken records for subscriber growth. So in one stream, he gained over 360,000 new subscribers, a record. He streamed 3 hours ago, finished streaming 3 hours ago. This stream already has 8.4 million views.
To put this in context, Kenya absolutely demolished the previous record held by South Africa, which peaked at 4.9 million views. That's a difference of 2.2 million viewers. That's almost half again as many people watching. And Kenya didn't just win, Kenya dominated. Now, some of you might be thinking, wait, didn't IShowSpeed hit over 1 million concurrent viewers during the Indonesian stream? Yes, he did. That was his personal peak concurrent viewership record. But here is the distinction. We're talking about total live stream views during his African tour specifically, and Kenya absolutely shattered every expectation, every prediction, and every benchmark that had been set. The engagement metrics were off the charts, comments per minute through the roof, likes and reactions breaking records, shares across social media platforms. Viral doesn't even begin to describe it. Twitter was trending IShowSpeed and Kenya simultaneously. TikTok was flooded with clips from the stream, and Instagram stories were everywhere. This wasn't just a streaming moment, this was a cultural event that transcended platforms and united people across borders. And the most beautiful part, the authenticity. These were not bots, these were not fake accounts, these were real people, real Kenyans, and real fans from around the world who were captivated by the energy, the love, and the pure joy that was radiating from Nairobi. But that is not all. Wait until you hear what Speed said after he processed all of this.
Hotel Alpha Bravo. Bravo is request wind check. We did it, man! Hotel Bravo surface winds is northeast at northeasterly for north.
Back in the helicopter, soaring above Nairobi, something incredible is happening. IShowSpeed is struggling to hold it together. You can see him blinking rapidly, trying to keep the tears from forming. His breathing becomes a little uneven. He is rubbing his face, looking away from the camera momentarily, and trying to compose himself. This is a side of Speed that the viewers rarely get to see. Not the loud, energetic, sometimes chaotic persona that dominates his stream, but the real human being underneath. The young man from Ohio who started streaming from his bedroom, who faced criticism and doubt, who worked tirelessly to build his own platform, and who is now having a moment of profound realization. IShowSpeed explodes with love and support. Heart emojis flood the screen, messages like "We love you Speed" and "Kenya loves you" and "You deserve it" are everywhere. But IShowSpeed isn't done. I want to thank every single person in Kenya who came out to see me, who watched me stream, who subscribed, and who showed love. Upper Hill School, you all were insane. Nairobi National Park, that was incredible. Kenyatta Market, I've never seen so many people in my life. And the airport when I landed, that was crazy. His energy is building again, but it's different now. It's fueled by gratitude, by appreciation, and by genuine connection. The impact of IShowSpeed's Kenyan experience didn't stay confined to YouTube. Within hours, news outlets across Africa were covering the story. Kenyan television stations were broadcasting segments about the visit. Radio shows were discussing it. Newspapers were printing front-page stories. And the headline, IShowSpeed declares Kenya #1. Social media was absolutely on fire. Kenyan influencers were sharing their experiences, meeting Speed. Fans were posting photos and videos from his various stops around Nairobi with the hashtag Kenya Speed 48 million, which was trending worldwide. But more importantly, something bigger was happening. Kenya's tourism sector started seeing a surge in interest. Hotels reported increased bookings. Tour companies were getting inquiries about visiting the same locations Speed had visited, the KICC becoming a trending landmark. This is the power of influencer marketing at its absolute peak. One person, one tour, one genuine connection, and suddenly the world is looking at Kenya with fresh eyes. Government officials even acknowledged the impact that tourism boards released statements thanking Speed for showcasing Kenya's beauty and hospitality. Schools were using his visit as a teaching moment, discussing the power of social media, the importance of cultural exchange, and the potential of digital platforms to bridge continents. Young Kenyan content creators were inspired. Streams and videos started popping up with titles like "Following in IShowSpeed's Footsteps" and "Exploring Nairobi like IShowSpeed did." A whole new generation of creators was being born, motivated by the realization that their country, their culture, their stories matter on the global stage. And Speed himself, he couldn't stop talking about Kenya in subsequent streams. A day later, still on his African tour, he is still referencing to Kenya experience constantly. "Man, Kenya set the bar. You all got to match Kenya's energy." So there you have it, the complete story of how IShowSpeed broke down in tears at 48 million subscribers while soaring above Nairobi. 360,000 new subscribers in a single day, 7.1 million live stream views, and Kenya claiming the #1 spot not just in statistics but in Speed's heart. This is history being written in real time, and we got to witness it. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of the most emotional moments in streaming history, smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on notifications so that you never miss moments like this. And drop a comment below. Are you from Kenya? Were you watching the stream live? What did this moment mean to you? Share your thoughts. Let's keep this conversation going. IShowSpeed's African tour continues, but one thing is certain: Kenya set a standard that will be remembered forever. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.